Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 116 of WCW. It is finally Starrcade time. I was looking back at the posts I made on YouTube because after I made the post, I did the other yesterday promoting the cards for this, and I saw last time I went, "Hey guys, Starrcade's tonight," was 10 months ago. I think it did, in fact, almost take us a year to get through a year of WCW. We are, in fact, moving at about real time. Unless I was promoting 2 years ago's Starrcade, but I didn't look into it. Anyway, we are right on the night. We are good to go. So I think we're gonna do. I really wanted to do like Tokyo Dome, Georgia Dome, but that's very ridiculous with us having guys wrestle on night one and then again on night two. So I think we're going to go either like mid-Atlantic or mid-South, and then night two's got to be Georgia Dome. But let's just get into it. I have given us 3 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, don't think we need that extra time. Oh, I'm only spending $100,000 on the set? Jeez, that was cheap last year. Alright, obviously no nights off. Alright, let's see what we can get. We are going to draw 35,000 in the South. So Georgia Dome, we might not even fill the Georgia Dome. I think we'll do better on night two. Let's see, Mid-Atlantic, we would get 33,000. Mid-South, we would get 30. All right, Mid-South seems like where we should go on the first night. So let's go, I would say 25 to 40,000. We got Alamo Stadium, which is not the Alamo Dome, apparently. We got Fouts Field. And we've got Robertson Stadium. These are outdoor. It is December. Yeah, maybe we don't want to go outdoor. I mean, it's Texas, but it's still cold. Do we have any indoor stadiums? Victory Stadium, outdoor. Arena Mexico is an interesting. I mean, we will draw way more than that, but we could do Mexico and then the Southeast. That's not, like, completely crazy. We could do the Carrier Dome in the Tri-State. I'm actually curious. What would we draw in Mexico? 35,000. Okay. There aren't really any venues big enough except for this bullfighting stadium, and even that's kind of too small. All right, we're going to go to the Carrier Dome for night one. We'll go to Syracuse, the bustling metropolis of Syracuse. All right, finalize the broadcasters. Booking team meeting. I mean, we want finishes. We want finishes all day. We got 2 pay-per-views coming up. Oh, don't discard it. No. We'll take a safe bet. A bit of a gamble. No, thank you. Creative finish. Bit of a gamble. No, thank you. Wow, 49 points left. That sucks. Training. Paulie and Candy Divine got into a heated argument. Connect and Jimmy Jett got into a heated argument. Everyone's here, so this might be a crazy backstage. Rick Rude had the Lance Storm. Rick Rude and Arn Anderson have heat, according to our Stooge. Thank you, Stooge. Connect wants to be the chief enforcer. I know. George South did karaoke. He knows he's not working tonight, so he's doing whatever he wants. That actually wasn't that bad. Okay, we have an Inspire, but I think you gotta save that for night 2. So, for this night, we will do nothing. Alright, last year on night 1 of, right, we did a tag title match main event and it got a 100. Wow, Scott Steiner is the master of headlining night 1 of Starrcade. See, Masawa and Stan Hansen got a 99, now they're a tag team. Dr. Death and Terry Gordy, Randy Savage and Eddie Guerrero for the TV title. Jumbo and Tenru. Cactus beat Ken Shamrock. Vampiro, the Shockmaster, and the Widowmaker beat Ultimate Warrior, Roddy Piper, and Kamala. Wow, we gave that a Starrcade match, huh? Alright. Alright, well, let's go right to the main event. Periods 1 versus 1. I think it should be an elimination. I know we talked about having Kobashi not get pinned, but I think you gotta get pinned. I think it's gotta be an elimination match. I'm going 25 minutes. Scotty Steiner, Savage, Kobashi. Open. Where's slow build? Slow build. First elimination. Randy Savage. Second elimination. Kenta Kobashi. Do we have a Scott Steiner creative finish? We do? It's only a likely. Okay. So we want to use something better. Wow, I don't have that many near certainties, but we're going to use that one there. Savage should bin Kobashi. That would probably make more sense in, like, we're going to have it come down to a heel and a face kind of thing, but I would rather Kobashi last longer. Oh, you know what else I need to do? I need to make sure that this advances a storyline. Because these guys are all in different storylines from the, like, let's go... Nitro Wrestle Block. Sure. But whatever. Is Kobashi in that? Maybe. And then afterwards, let's have Steiner celebrating... And then Steve Austin's going to come out, hold up the title. We got our main event for night 2. Steiner, Austin, stare down. Okay. Put the winner. I put the winner. That was the first thing I did. Right? Oh, I did not put the winner. Woo! Thank you, Daniel. Oh. Well, alright. Semi-main event. Triple Crown title. Big Van Vader taking on Stang. So here's the thing, because I don't really know what we're doing going forward. I don't really know who I want to win this. I kind of almost feel like Vader should just kind of win, but also we kind of killed Sting in the tournament, so maybe Sting just needs to win it back here. Because I can pretty much guarantee that no matter what we do next, these guys aren't going to be on the same brand, because they've been locked at the hip for like 5 years. or 3 years or whatever the fuck. So I would like to get them away from each other. Well, if one of them were going to stay on the Japanese brand, it would be Vader, right? And again, I don't know what we're doing, but we might be doing a draft. We might be doing stuff. And if there was if one of these two guys is staying on Nitro, it's Vader, right? Like, I don't think Sting really needs to stay on this brand. He was kind of there to, like, give this brand star power at first, but all those Japanese guys are super over now. So yeah, I think Vader's gonna win. No, we're not doing a Rage DQ finish at Starrcade. No. Vader is simply going to win. And we have a Vader near certainty. Beautiful. This should probably also be slow build. Although they can probably just do an 18-minute match, but just in case. All right. Next we have, I don't think this will be this high, but the next thing I have on the list is the Graveyard Match. We're gonna have to make. What were we? I don't remember what we were gonna make. What we were gonna use as the base for this.
Stick around. We're just warming up, baby.
Was it the King of the Road match that we were gonna do? No. Oh, there was something we were gonna do. I don't remember now. Needs to be cinematic, but cinematic's not an option. And I remember looking at this before and being like, ah, that's what we'll do. And I don't remember what it was now. Yeah, I guess we'll just base it on the all-around town match. Add new match by copying 1v1 all-around town. Record name. 2 versus 2 Graveyard Match. Cinematic match held in a graveyard. 2 versus 2. Prestige. I'd say average. Minimum fed size. Probably should be higher or lower, but whatever. Match held car park backstage. On location. Cinematic. Okay. Match entrances. Regular, 1 fall, injury risk. We'll keep that. We'll keep these low just so we don't get yelled at. Has name value? Yes. Default match? No. Okay. Weapons? Sure. Pinfall, submission, stoppage. Yeah, I would say those are all ways to win this. Oh, set on fire. Okay. All right, I think that's good. So we are going to do Terry Funk at Sushi Onita, taking on Vampiro and Mankind. These are for the WCW World Tag Team titles. Wherever they are. There they Surely this is a wild brawl, right? I mean, yes. Really, the only person I would be worried about is Vampiro. And he's not great at it, but the other three are like all-timers at brawling, right? So so this is a stupid cinematic match, so obviously all the other guys have to interfere. And I don't know what Terry and Onita are going to do to overcome this, but they're going to. They're winning these tag titles. Maybe they have horses and they run these guys over with the horses. I don't know, but some goofy stuff is going to happen in the graveyard, and they're going to overcome the odds and win these titles. Let's do Wild Brawl. Zombies? Sure. So, interference on Onita from the Widowmaker. And then on Funk from Mortis and Kevin Sullivan. But at the end of the day, let's give Onita-san the win over Mankind. Unless we have a Terry Funk creative finish. We don't. Okay. This feels like one we use a safe bet on. I don't think we need a near certainty for the graveyard match. I think we could risk it. Risk one on this. Twin chainsaws, sure. There are a lot of things they could do. You know, this is really the road agent's job. We're just spitballing. TV title match. John Paul Levesque taking on Arn Anderson. Now, the real question I have for this match is this the match I give storytelling to? Because we have to have a storytelling match. And Owen and Jumbo could do it. The Carnival match literally has no story. Women, I would like the women to give it their... Yeah, it's this match. I'm going to give them 16, I think. Yeah, let's do 16. Storytelling. The story of the future is now, old man. Oh, Arn Anderson does have a near certainty, though. That is tempting. But wait a minute. John Paul Levesque has a safe bet. I don't even think I'm doing any shenanigans here. I think John Paul is just winning. People are mad. Owen Hart and Jumbo. All I know is before this match, I need Owen Hart to cut a promo on Jumbo because he hasn't been able to the whole time because they were in Japan. We'll probably give this like 12. I don't think they need a ton of time. Jumbo is winning this. Jumbo has been... I mean, granted, we've been in Japan, so he's been getting, like, super pops and stuff, but, I mean, he's been incredible. So, we're going to give Jumbo the win. No Jumbo or Owen Hart finish. This feels like another safe bet. Owen vs. Jumbo Tech Masterclass. 78-96 Tech. Jumbo? No, Jumbo's not really there on Tech. Alright, here we go. The Carnival All-Star 10-man tag. All the stars of WCW here in this exhibition contest. I'm doing a bit here, but genuinely, like, star-studded match. Steamboat. Hennig. Lord Steven Regal. Dustin Rhodes. And Pero Aguayo. Taking on Avalanche. Toshiaki Kawada. Rick Rude. Brian Pillman. And L. effing Dandy. Yeah, 5 minutes of entrances, so I'll give this match 15. I have no idea who should win this match. Kind of feels like maybe the babyfaces just win because it's a pointless match. Maybe Avalanche could pick up a win. To like, it doesn't really matter. Because we might do an Avalanche run-in on the main event tomorrow, but it's not like he needs to win the match for that to happen. Although when I'm really looking at this, and I'm like, well, who do I not care if they get pinned? The number one answer on that list is Dustin Rhodes. I don't care if Dustin Rhodes gets pinned. I'm going to have Avalanche pin Dustin Rhodes. And we have an Avalanche near certainty. You'll love to see it. Alright, great. And then we have the women's title match. Cynthia Moreno versus Diane von Hoffman. This is the match we've been waiting for. What's Diane good at? Brawling. Okay, but we already have... Alright, I'm just gonna tell them to cook. Like, 12 minutes. Do the best you can. Cynthia's winning. And then we have our four-way, which is probably also gonna be a cook match. So maybe I'm not going to tell... Well, we can move it around. This one's just a fatal four-way. If I tell them to cook, it should only go 15. We'll say 14. So we're going to do Ultimo Dragon, Negro Casas, Rey Mysterio Jr., and Hayabusa. No story to this really at all, but cool match. Steal the show. Ultimo is retaining. Actually, well, this is another one where I wish I had plans after this, because we could shock people here with this title change. Like, it would kind of be fun to put this title on Negro Casas and have him bounce around. I don't know if Rey is ready for this. Like, they might be furious if Rey wins. Yeah, Ultimo Dragon has 85 pop in the US. Yeah, Rey's only got 50 pop. Ultimo probably is too good for this title at this point. Alright, here's what we'll do. We'll try to get Rey to win. I think Ultimo's going to be furious. If he's furious, we'll switch it to Negro Casas winning. I think that's fun. Rey Mysterio. Cook. No way in hell there's a Rey Mysterio finish. Is there a Negro Casas finish? No. Alright, so we'll just use a generic safe bet for them. Oh, I didn't put the title in line. Thank you, game. Yeah, Ultimo Dragon's Furious. Alright, that's what I thought. Let's put it on Negro Casas. He's still very... Alright. What if Negro Casas pins Rey Mysterio, who's very much not you, Mr. Dragon? And what if it's also tainted? He's still very unhappy. Alright. I mean, he's already very happy. I don't... Can you be happier than very happy? I think he's fine. He'll be fine. Ask Ultimo if he'll put over Rey. I mean, I can ask him. He's gonna say no, but I can ask him. How do you feel about losing to someone in a match? How do you feel about losing to Rey Mysterio Jr.? Alright, he said no, but not in like a I won't lose to anyone way, just I won't lose to Rey Mysterio. Let's ask him to lose to Negro Casas. Maybe he won't be mad about that. Hey, he's willing to do that. There we go. No problem. I'm gonna take Rey Mysterio Jr. off lose. I think I'm not bold enough. Actually, you know what? No, we got him to do it. Let's have him pin Ultimo. Also have it be tainted. He is a heel after all. Alright, great. And then that is the main card. We're gonna add in some promos. First thing we're going to do is a 4-minute thing where he's gonna do his open challenge. So he's talking, and then Hayabusa comes out, and he is attacked by Negro Casas, and then Rey Mysterio comes out to make the save, and then the three of them argue. They all want the Cruiserweight title shot, and then Ultimo says, I'll take all three, I don't care. Ultimo's open challenge leads to Brawl 4-way match booked. Okay. And then let's do, we should do the Tenryu Ric Flair promo, just in case, you know, people don't know that match is happening tomorrow. Promo hyping. Flair Tenryu for tomorrow. Yes, it will be before the match. I got it. I'm not putting things in order yet. Normally before this, I would do all the guys in the main event cutting a promo thing, but I think what I'm actually gonna do is have Steve Austin cut a promo before the main event. About like, these three jabronis been killing each other all month, what? And now they gotta bash their brains out tonight at the Carrier Dome, what? And they'll be nice and soft for me tomorrow at the Georgia Dome. What? Where are you, Scott? Scott, Randy, and Kobashi. Austin runs down the CC finalists. And up here. The wrestlers shouldn't be mad about being because we made Starrcade a multi-day event. In theory, they should not be mad about being left off one of the nights, as long as they get booked on one or the other. But we'll see, because I'm not going to book a battle royal on both pre-shows. Ain't nobody got time for that. They're not supposed to be. That's the point of the multi-day event gimmick. Owen Hart is going to let you know why he hates Jumbo Tsuruta so much. And that reason is that he is smelly. I don't know. I got nothing. He's old. Sure, that's as good a reason as any. They won't be mad only if you make the show a one-brand show. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, do I really have to book, like, a 20-man... 20-man, all these... I mean, I guess I could put all these guys in a dark match battle royal. It's not like it matters. Get Liger in there. Maybe he can get some of his... Maybe if we book Liger in 2 battle royals, he'll get some of that rust off. Oh, a lot of these guys are annoyed. Okay. Let's see, what else do I want to do promo-wise? Because we're pretty much at 3 hours. Although I gave us 3.5, but we don't want to really go over 3.5, because people will get, burnt out. Yeah, maybe I'll just add another promo setting up for something for tomorrow. Though I've already done 2 of those, really. You know what? Let's start putting this in order, and then maybe a promo will come to me. This should not be this high, although I don't know. I guess fucking JPL and Arn goes up here? That also feels high. I think we're gonna... Well, no, that is... Yeah, let's open with the Ultimo thing. So that would be Ultimo's Open Challenge. Into the 4-way. Let's actually do... Yeah, let's... Owen promo there is fine, actually. Then let's do Owen and Jumbo there. This Flair Tenru promo is gonna go, like, way high. Like up here. Owen Hart vs. Jumbo, Cynthia vs. Diana Hoffman. Okay, O'Neill vs. the Coven. John Paul vs. promo. Baby Vader promo. I mean, I'm fine with that. Let's do a 20-man battle royal on the pre-show, because apparently we have to. Exclude already booked. Major stars. Tenru, Misawa, Ric Flair, Stan Hansen. Steve Austin has a promo, so that should be fine. Bam Bam, Eddie, Connect, Ron, Sabu, Dr. Death, Terry Gordy, well known, Blue Panther, why not? God, is this even... We might... 20 might not be enough. Oh, we... is Tatanka... You know what? If there's one guy I kind of don't care... Well, Sid doesn't have a match tomorrow, so Sid should be in this. We could sneak Rick Martel onto the show somewhere else. So let's take Rick Martel off and put Tatanka in. I truly do not care who wins this. This is just a, like, you know, the game will yell at me if I don't do this battle royal. Oh, Flair and Tenru are cutting a promo. That's true. I don't need to have them in this match. So we can get Rick Martel back in this. And then we could get one recognizable guy on the show. I would say Atlantis. Oh, Atlantis is hurt. Not Atlantis. Battle Cat. I'm gonna let the game pick who wins. I really don't care. Is there anything... I mean, with that Battle Royal, that should be... Yeah, Sherry Martel. Sherry Martel will be out there with Avalanche, though, right? So she shouldn't be mad. Let me double check that. Oh, I don't have Sherry Martel back as his manager. Let's fix that. Do I still have her with Eddie? I bet I do. No, I did take her off Eddie. Okay. Which, no, not Eddie. Kurt Hennig. What am I talking about? Is she still with Kurt Hennig? Did I ever put her with Kurt Hennig? No. Okay, great. Okay, that's night 1 of Starrcade. At this point, if we don't get 100, it's basically a disappointment. So, got to go for 100. This Battle Royal got an 85? That's... wow. Who won? Misawa. Okay, sure. That's fine. We advanced a lot of storylines. It got an 85. Liger was still rusty. It was a Battle Royal, though. That a lot of these guys will also be in it tomorrow. I will take an 86. You know what? I should have started a storyline with this thing, because we're going to get penalized for this match not having a story. But also, we probably should, because there is no story. So, we should probably just eat the penalty. We deserve it. Alright. Yeah, it only got an 80. I mean, an 80 is good. Ultimo got a 94. But congrats to our new Cruiserweight champion, Negro Casas. Congrats to him. Rey and Hayabusa also getting 80s, so they are also very good. Owen Hart promo got a 61, brutal. And he didn't even talk about Jumbo. He just came out and talked. It's great. That's why this got a 61. I did storyline development, and it didn't develop a story. Cool. Match got a 90, though, so there's that. A 74 for Cynthia and Diane. I will take that. Honestly, math, not really math in here. We have kind of done a good job of getting Cynthia over. Cynthia's getting 75s in America. That's great. The problem is we haven't really developed anyone else for her to wrestle, but you know, that we're working on it, I guess. 89 on the baloney 10-man tag. Although I guess we probably advanced stories because these guys, yeah, we advanced 4 stories. Oh, so no, sorry, the last one is just Avalanche Creative finish working. So yeah, I guess this wasn't like a complete nonsense match. Brian Pillman broke his ribs, so that's a bummer. I don't think broken ribs keeps you out for that long, so I'm not super worried about it. Let's see, Pero in America got a 77. What about El Dandy? 87. Ooh, El Dandy probably could have won his block. We decided to give it to Randy because it's in America, but we'll see. I'm going to keep an eye on Randy and see if he gets above an 87 in that main event. Although he also might just bring it because it's the main event of a Starrcade, but we'll see. Fucking Michael Hayes jump scare, Jesus. 90 on the graveyard match. Let's go. Let's go. They loved it. Funk and Onita are now the tag team champions. Title off Vampiro? Vampiro might be available for bigger things. Also a 90 for John Paul Levesque and Arn Anderson. Arn Anderson absolutely carried John Paul Levesque to this 90. But you know what? That's why he's such a good brother. Thank you, brother Arn. We got a 100 for the Tenru and Flair promo. That checks out. A 99 for Big Van Vader and Sting. Ooh, I wish we would have got the 100. Maybe if it was the main event, we would have got the 100. Vader got a 99. Sting got a 94. The finish worked. I wish this would have been 100. And then Steve Austin came out. What? I'm not worried about whoever wins this match. What? Alright, main event. Another 99. I mean, we'll take it for sure. Scott was off his game, and Scott Steiner was off his game and got a 96. Randy Savage got an 86. So, Dandy did get the higher number, but it didn't truly matter. Kobashi got a 93. Part of me did think about, like, maybe Kobashi win, but we did pick the right guy. Scotty's going crazy. And he was off his game. So maybe tomorrow, if he's on his game, he'll get, like, a 99. And then the stare down with Steiner and Austin. Ending the show with a 100. We did it, boys. Alright, address the locker room. Arn Anderson was mad at me. Hey man, you were a great example. Randy Savage is mad at me. Hey man, you were a good example. Ultimo Dragon did the job. He's a good example. And then we could put I mean, Big Van Vader got a 99. So, I say we just put him over for kicking ass. Everyone's pleased with that. Broken ribs can be worked through 22 days, so not too bad for Pillman. Will he still be mad about being left off night 2 of Starrcade? I'm guessing yes. We made $4.4 million. Good. Pop recap. We are almost at pure 99s in the U.S. The continental U.S. everywhere but New England. New England is still kind of holding out for the WWF, but Everywhere else on the mainland, we're pulling 99s. Scrum. Will you make an effort to keep Brian Pillman on the roster? His deal is coming towards its final month. We'll do everything we can to keep him. We love Brian Pillman. Avalanche is coming to the end of his current deal. We love Avalanche. Sherry Martell is happy about this. Backstage Rosa suggests that Coco Beware is angry with his WCW and his happiness is affecting the rest of the locker room. Do you think we... Here's the thing. I know the, like, political way to answer this, but also I want Coco Beware to quit. So... I'm gonna tell him to shut up. He needs to learn to be a team player and stop rocking the boat. Will you be making an effort to keep Nick Patrick? Yeah, probably. How concerned are you by the off night Tatanka had? It was a battle royal. I did not even notice. Bull Nakano. Yeah, we're keeping Bull Nakano. Oh. Due to his poor relationship with Bull Nakano, Brian Pillman was annoyed by my response. Okay. We will lose Misawa over my dead body. Yes, Night 1 was a huge success. Everyone should be very proud. Alright, I bet Night 2 is also like that, because I would imagine with the new year coming, a lot of deals are running out. So I bet Night 2 is also just like, this person's contract is running out. Are you going to re-sign them? Then me going, yes. Yes, I would like to re-sign them. Alright, well there's 100 down. Tony Norris has moved to the southeast. That's, of course, Ahmed Johnson. Tajiri has moved to the southeast. We know Brian Pillman's injured. 1.2 million buys for Night 1 of Starrcade. And a 3.01 TV rating in Japan and maybe Mexico. A lot of people. Well, let's just get into Night 2. Actually, you know what? Before we get into Night 2, I'm gonna close TEW and relaunch it just to get ahead of the part where the screen turns gray. Maybe I can do that. Hold, please. Please look at El Charlie and Charlie Flair. Meow. Alright. Great. Alright, and we're back. I bet it still does it to me. Alright, Night 2. $500,000 on the set. We probably could drop it to 3 hours, but I'll keep it at 3:30, just in case we want to go a little over one day. I don't know. No nights off. Venue. We're going southeast. Apparently Georgia Dome is above 40,000. How big is the damn Georgia? Oh, we're going to get 87,000 for Night 2. Okay. That's much different. Holy smokes. So Night 2 is like the real Star. Everyone understands that Night 2 is the real Starrcade. And Night 1 is baloney. Yeah, 71,000 of Georgia Dome. Yeah, let's do it. We'll sell that out and then some. Well, we could do even more in the Superdome. And that's also what. Yeah, let's do the Superdome. Sure. All right. We'll use this. All right, booking team. Let's get some more finishes. Safe bet. I'll take that. A near certainty for Bam Bam Bigelow. Okay. That might have just earned him the win in his match. A regular near certainty. Oh, they're cooking. And a big gamble for Sting. All right, that we don't need. Listen, you guys aren't getting on Starrcade. Get out of here. Ogawa can hang out, mostly because Masawa is chill. Training. Jimmy Valiant and Rick Rude got into a heated argument. Great. Zoshil Hamada and Marty Jannetty got into an argument. Mr. Ripper and Lightning Kid. Guys, chill. Were y'all out on Bourbon Street last night? Are you guys hungover? Dusty gave booking tips to Dustin. Hector gave selling tips to Chavo. Takada and Jimmy Jet bonded. Great. Sabu has been talking to Liz Mark Jr. It seems to be having some degree of influence on him. Uh-oh. Ron Simmons yelled at Lance Storm. Pirata Morgan yelled at Lance Storm. Manabe Toyota yelled at Lance. This is what I expected last night. Locker room. All three brands are here. This locker room is just out of control. Bull Payne yelled at Lance Storm. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Alright, this is the real night of Starrcade, so we're going to Inspire. Not that I think we really need it, but might as well use it. If you're not using it for night 2 of Starrcade, when are you using it? Alright, last year, night 2, Steve Austin won the title from Sting. Ricky Steamboat beat Kurt Hennig in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Rick Rude beat Vader. Ron Simmons and Dustin Rhodes beat Brian Pillman and Jerry Lynn. Bull Nakano beat Megumi Kudo in an all-around town match. It sounds sick. Avalanche beat Terry Funk. Bam Bam beat Battle Cat. And Ultimo won the light heavyweight title. Or retained. God, has he been... How long was Ultimo that champion? Jeez. Alright. Let's book the damn thing. Main event for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. We will have Steve Austin taking on Scotty Steiner. I want to look at Scotty's skills. Scotty... Let's see. Where is his psychology and shit? 73-81. Stamina. Oh, stamina not that great either. Alright. And then Steve Austin. I'm gonna assume Steve Austin has that shit. Steve Austin. 77. Well, 77.95 is a big gap. I'm gonna assume... Just because it's Steve Austin that he does have it. His stamina not great either. Okay, they're not going to go... Alright, we're going to go like 20 minutes. I was thinking about them go like 25 or 30 or something. But I think we're going to keep it to 20. We're going to do open. We're going to do slow build. Scott Steiner is going to win. We're going to do a near certainty creative finish. We are going to advance a storyline because they are not in one. Let's do Saturday, rest of block. And I think we have to do interference on Scott from Avalanche. And we have to do interference on Steve Austin from Rick Steiner. Although, that's how I'm putting it in the game. I think what's going to happen is, like, you're going to see Avalanche, coming down the ramp to do the interference. And then, I mean, Rick is still spooky. Maybe Rick just, like, appears in front of Avalanche, and then he, like, belly-to-belly suplexes him or whatever, and then, like, fights him back up the ramp. And everyone's like, what the hell was that? You know what? I like that. I was going to do a big thing with him afterwards. I kind of like that he appears, stops Avalanche, and then disappears, leaving us with more questions than answers. Is Steve mad? He's a bit unhappy. What's his pop? 93? That's very high. What's Scott's pop? Oh, Steve, he's right there with you. All right, let me talk to him. How do you feel about losing a match to Scotty Steiner? I'm willing to do that. Great. Just had to talk to him, that's all. And then, of course, we have to end with Scott celebrating. He's our new world champion. He's working the crowd. Let's send, like, Hennig out there. Like, you know, the Saturday Night baby faces. Hennig, Steamboat, Arn Anderson. And then, I think as he's celebrating and those guys are all shaking his hands and stuff, he's going to go to them like, did you guys see Rick out there? Rick was out there, right? And they're going to be like, I don't know. I didn't see him. Let's do Ric Flair and Tenryu. I think Ric Flair and Tenryu is going to be our long match. Because I would imagine they both have the psych and stamina to go long. Yes. Ooh, Rick's stamina. Not good these days. Tenryu's got it, but not Rick. Alright. We're going to do 18 open slow build. I think Flair has to win just because Tenryu won the CC match. So if we want it, although again, I don't know what's happening after this. Maybe they're going to have a third, maybe they're not. But if they do have a third, Rick's got to win this. So let's do Ric Flair. I mean, he's got the Horseman on his side. He's got Horseman and Tenryu doesn't. So let's take advantage of that. Let's, like, have Tenryu get distracted by Rick Martel. And then as he's distracted, he gets whacked with the fucking TV title by John Paul Levesque. And then creative finish. Surely there's a Ric Flair creative finish. Beautiful. You love to see it. Maybe this would be a good place to debut a fourth Horseman. But I don't know. I don't even know. Again, I don't even know if we're doing that, so why bother? Tenryu, it's Ric Flair, bro. Tag titles. Stan and Masawa versus RVD and Sabu. Again, I don't think this is going to be this high. But we'll see. Stan, Sawa. Raw Van Dam kind of just showed up in this company and, like, Went right to the top of the card. Although I guess he's been in dev for like 3 years or whatever, but we brought him up and we were just like, alright, you're wrestling Stan and Misawa at Starrcade. I would kind of love for RVD and Sabu to win this, honestly, but I don't think there's any chance in hell Stan and Misawa will lose this without being furious. Sabu's got 83 pop. That's decent. Stan's got 88. Misawa's got 88. Can we do Sabu pins Stan after a distraction from Paulie dangerously? Can we do that? Is everyone cool with that? Ooh, Sabu creative finish. Safe bet. Sure. Furious. Okay. Hello, Stan. How are you? How do you feel about losing a match to Sabu? I'm willing to... Wow, everyone's cool if you just talk to him. That's wild. RVD and Sabu are the All Japan Tag Champions. Sure. Do I have plans for them with those titles? Not really. Do I want to get them off of Stan and Misawa? Yes. That 100% yes. Dr. Death taking on Dan Severn. Just two thick mustached men. I guess Dr. Death's really more of a beard, but whatever. That's cruiserweight. Alright. No cruiserweights here. Dr. Death. Dirty Dan. Does Dan brawl? I feel like I ask this all the time. He brawls. I mean, obviously he's much better at tech, but he brawls okay. Dr. Death. Yeah, Dr. Death is like a goat. Yeah, let's give him Wild Brawl. 12 minutes. Wild Brawl. Dr. Death is just going to retain. Steve Williams creative finish. Oh! We are hitting on the finishes. Terry Gordy and Bam Bam Bigelow. You know what? That might be the better Wild Brawl. Now that I think of it. These are probably two good brawlers. Instead of like one really good brawler and one okay one. Let's see. Actually, his brawling not as good as I would have thought. Puro's good though. Yeah, I'm actually going to leave it. I'm actually going to leave those guys as the Wild Brawl. This 14. This is another match. I don't really care who wins it. Bam Bam's got a near certainty. Terry Gordy. Only a likely. Folks, your winner of the match and the one true Bam Bam. Bam Bam Bigelow. That settles that. The newly turned heel Eddie Guerrero takes on Tatanka. I think this is going to be our storytelling match. I'm going to give them 16 minutes. This is basically just a match for like Eddie to get his new heel character over. He's going to beat Tatanka. And I guess since it's his first, he's newly turned heel, it should be tainted, I guess. Just to really drive that home. But yeah, he's just kind of winning. Oof, only a likely. Okay. How many plan your certainties do we have left? Oh, like several. Oh, we have so many. We have so many finishes. Oh my god. I should use these on TV more. All right, and then we have the trios match. I hope that's in the game. Uh-oh. Is it possible to create a triangle trios match? Wow, he gives you very specific battle royal amounts. I guess that's good to know if I ever need to. Although I'm not seeing 3 versus 3 versus 3. Oh no, there it is. There it is. There it is. Okay, great. For the CMLL World Trios titles. So we got Oro, Plata, Apollo Dantes taking on Too Cold, American Love Machine, Great Sasuke, Chris Candido, Dan Profit, Doug Furness. I'm giving these guys 15. I'm telling them to cook. And your winner of the match... I think the heels are just retaining. Because there's really no reason to put it back on the babyface team. And Candido, Profit, and Furnace, I mean... Yeah, I think Apollo Dantes is getting the win. We're going to give these guys one of the 75 near certainties I have left. Used all those safe bets yesterday. Could have just used near certainties. Wow, Great Sasuke is unhappy. That's crazy. Doug Furnace is... Oh, you know what? It's probably because we're in America. And they're like, I have way more pop in America than Apollo Dantes. Although, honestly, not really. Riley, what's up, man? Yeah, that's you guys are gonna have to be mad. And then last but certainly not least, Dean Malenko is gonna take on Nobuhiko Takada. I would like to give them like 20 minutes, honestly. Psychology, yes. Stamina, big yes. Psychology. I mean, he's good. Yeah, no. Honestly, they could wrestle all day. 10 grand? Brother, what? I hope that PC can drive you to the store. I mean, that's what a car costs. I would very much like Dean to win this, but Takada might like quit if I... Well... No. Takada has to win. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to have Takada win. We'll have it be open. But, like, even if you did the, like, top parts, 10 grand is, like, twice as much as it should have been. Like, did you put gold in it? Let's give them the certainty. And I'm going to put Rick Martel at ringside. And Rick Martel is not gonna, like, do anything. He's just going to be watching the match. And when Malenko loses, Martel's going to like shake his head and be like, shouldn't have lost it. Shouldn't have lost it. Some foreshadowing, as the kids like to say. All right, let's do promos. Let's do the classic 6-minute backstage hyper-rooney with Steve and Scott. Let's do a thing after Dean and Takada, where Martel approaches Dean after the match. Let's call this foreshadowing. Rick Martel. Let's just have him work in the crowd. You know, we can't really hear what they're saying, but I would imagine what he's saying is like, "Hey, listen, man, you want some help beating Takada? We can help you out there." And then, let's see. Eddie should cut like a "I'm a heel now" kind of, I put him in a story with Tatanka, right? Yeah, I did. Yeah, also that'll help get heat. He should cut a "I'm a heel now" promo. Boo me. Boo, I hate being here at the Georgia Dome. I'm gonna go to a real country like Mexico. Eddie, I'm a heel now. Boo me. Promo. Well, that's part of the heel heat. He's gonna say, "I hate the Georgia Dome," and they're gonna go, "Boo! This is the Superdome, idiot." Was 10 grand like your entire setup, like your desk and monitors and stuff? I mean, I guess that's a little more in the ballpark, but that's still a lot. Don't need promos from these guys. Flair and Tenryu. You know what? Let's not do a pre-match thing for Flair and Tenryu, but I would like a post-match thing for Flair and Tenryu. Where him and Martel and John Paul hold up the 4? Hold up the 3? Question mark? Point and laugh at friendless Genichiro Tenryu. His only friends were the Horsemen. Now he's got nobody. Yeah, that's pretty good order. We just have to book the same stupid battle royal we booked yesterday. I never got notified you were live. I blame Nick. I mean, you can blame Nick. I would probably blame Twitch. But also, listen, 8 o'clock every Tuesday and Thursday. That's when I'm always there. Alright. 20-man battle royal. Maybe, you know what? Honestly, we found out yesterday 20 wasn't really enough. Let's do 25. Exclude already booked. Yeah, Vader needs to be in it. Kurt needs to be in it. Jumbo needs to be in it. I don't want any of those guys yelling at me. Arn. Avalanche runs out in the main event. We can skip him. Pillman is hurt, so I'm going to skip him. Dustin, Kinect. John Paul runs out. We don't have to put him in. Kobashi, Owen, Harrow, Savage, Rude, Steamboat, Ron, Regal, Stang, Funk, Ultimo, Vampiro. Onita, Panther again, Dandy, Liger. We're gonna run out. Should have done 30. Mankind, Marty. Martel runs out later. Rick runs out later. Sid. Because at least these other guys did stuff like yesterday. Oh, fuck me. I didn't hit save. Alright, you know what? You know what? Since I didn't hit save, let's just go to 30. Let's just go to 30. I love clicking names. It's the best. Nita, Panther, Dandy, Liger, Marty, Negro Casas, no Rick Martel, no Rick Steiner, Sid, Kawada. One recognizable guy gets on. I think it should be Richard Slinger. I think Richard Slinger should get to show up at Starrcade. Oh yeah, JPL shouldn't be in it. Or Pillman. Good call. Good call. I was just mindlessly clicking. So we get 2 more recognizables. How about Dr. Wagner Jr. and Mike Awesome? I'm once again going to let the game decide because I'm just trying not to get yelled at by these guys. Who's the road agent for this? Get out of here, Arn. Let Finley do it. Arn, Hennig, Steamboat could be removed. They can, but that's fine. This is just going to be people being mad, right? Unhappy, extremely unhappy, a bit unhappy. Oh! Oh, I thought I made Eddie... I'm glad I checked this. I thought I made Eddie Tataka storytelling, but apparently I didn't. That would have kept us from getting 100. Alright, now this is just people mad. Alright. I think we're fine. It's got to be 100. Another 85. That's exactly what we got for like mostly the same battle royal yesterday. Sting won. Yeah, that checks out. That's actually, if I had thought about it for 30 seconds, that's probably who I would have picked too. So me and the game are on the same page there. Liger is still rusty. A 99 for Dean Malenko and Takada. Wow. I don't even know how this got a 99. 87, 68, 99. Was it just because they're so good at tech we got like a bonus? We even got penalized for low heat. That's wild. maybe they're just inspired. Although I would think that would improve like the wrestling more so than the segment rating. But well, I'll take it. And a 60 for this. They were working the crowd. He wasn't supposed to do any dialogue. That was the whole point. All right, whatever. 81 for this. You know, considering I've been booking these guys in Mexico and this was at the Superdome in Louisiana, I think an 81 is pretty good. Doug Furness was the lowest guy at a 59. I'm sorry, Chris Candido got a 92? Damn, maybe we gotta get Chris Candido out of Mexico. $97 for the Eddie promo. He's good at cutting a heel promo, as it turns out. People did boo him. $19. Bro, this is crazy. We're just getting 99 for everything. I know these creative finishes are hitting, but they shouldn't be adding like 15 points. All right, here we go. An 81 for Terry Gordy and Bam Bam. That seemed... Maybe I should have given them Wild Brawl, but whatever. Yeah, this was only okay. Honestly, probably might be the worst match of the night. Yeah, we got a 90 for Dr. Death and Dan Severn. No one sold, and Steve Williams is a gimmick that's getting stale. What's his gimmick? Badass. It's great. Yeah, I'm just gonna tweak that. Back to the show. 89 for Stan and Misawa versus RVD and Sabu. Oh, our first creative finish backfire of either night. That's the Sabu's creative finish. Did not work. So this might have been another 99 if it had gone through. It did not. I'm happy to get these tag titles off of Stan and Misawa. They're kind of, you know, a little above them, but, you know, it kept them busy for a while. Another 99 for Ric Flair and Tenryu. Creative finish hit. We advance the storyline. I would love to see one of these crossover into getting 100, but also this match didn't really deserve a 99 anyway, so can't be that mad about it, I guess. 88 for woo. 90 for the promos. Okay, thought this would be 100. That's a little worrying. Main event. A 92. They didn't sell, and there wasn't enough psychology. Oh, man. I think... I mean, the match got a 92. So I'm not sure how much that really matters. I think the real problem with this was the wrestling rating was so high. The wrestling rating was a 96, so they had to have like 96 psychology, and 9 people don't have 96 psychology. That's very hard to get. I'm interested here to look at the dirt sheet. Lack of psychology, lack of selling. Selling might be tough for Scott, though. We might have to, because Scott doesn't sell. That is kind of his thing. So we might have to be like paying attention when we put Scott in programs to make sure it's against someone who sells. 83 for the finish. I think we're still going to get 100 with the bonus and everything. Yeah, we still got 100. It's fine. I mean, there were like 399 matches on the show. I think it deserved 100. All right. Who was mad at me? Many people were mad at me. Tenru was mad at me. Great Sasuke was mad at me. Who else was mad in that match? Was it Candido? Hansen. Hansen was mad. No, Hansen was gonna be mad, but then I asked him to do the job and he just did it. So it's not Hansen. Doug Furness. Doug Furness. That's who it was. Thank you. I knew it was one of the gringos, but I couldn't remember who it was. And then we'll just put someone over. You know what, Steve Austin? You're a hell of a champion. What a run. Starrcade to Starrcade. Please, please, pleased and happy. We made $7.2 million. Money is fake. Money is fake. Pop recap. We're closing in on all 99, so we gained that New England point. Yep. We are mucho popularo. Scrum number 2. Dr. Wagner Jr. and Blue Demon Jr. hate each other. Are you worried about how this affects the locker room? No. Your response showed a lack of leadership and didn't seem to take into account how bad the relationship has gotten. Didn't go down well with the... What do you mean? They can handle it. I gotta take care of it. How concerned are you by the off-night Plata had? Didn't even notice. Rick Steiner is coming to the end of his current deal. I would love to give a kayfabe answer here. Like, well, who knows what's going on with Rick Steiner? He's in the demon realm. I don't know. Rick Rude, keeping him. Owen Hart, we're keeping him. Owen Hart likes that we're keeping him. I will die before Steve Austin leaves this company. This made some people happy, and probably some people mad. No, everyone just happy. Okay. Word is that Viano 3 is extremely happy with life in WCW. Cool, man. I'm glad he's having a good time. You have 2 workers, Jushin Thunder Liger and Malia Hosaka, who really don't like each other. Alright. You know what? I'm sorry, Malia Hosaka, but I support Jushin Thunder Liger. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Pick your battles, honey. Oh no. I annoyed Sasha. Whoever the fuck that is. Try the buy. You can't simply buy the WWF. They have to be like in trouble. They're a profitable company. I can't just, you know, hello, I'd like to buy you. They're just gonna be say no. Apparently, even when companies have negative $3 million, they can tell you no. I found that out on the TNA stream. George South doesn't connect with this is... Thank you for sending me this right after Starrcade, Eddie. This is so important. Alright, we got 1.5 million buys. And we got 2.6 million views international. Alright, well, normally we would get into a Nitro now, but we got some stuff to talk about. Gentlemen, I've made a PowerPoint. This is the WCW State of the Union Address. Oh, hold on. The chat's not showing over it. There we go. There we go. That's better. All right, so let's talk about WCW heading into 1996. No, you guys don't need the video in. You can just listen. It's okay. Let's talk about WCW's current state. There are 3 brands currently: Nitro, Starrcade Night, and Super Viernes. We are dominating the competition in the United States, Mexico, and Japan. As you just saw from the shows we had, we are almost at 99 in every United States territory. We are just absolutely crushing the world when it comes to wrestling. We are making so much money that we consider it fake. And as you can see, in WCW, the line keeps going up. So what are the problems with that? These all sound great, Swarley. These all sound like great things. What's the problem? Well, we have no competition. Our closest competition is WWF, and they get like 70 and 80 rated shows, okay? We're doing hundreds on every pay-per-view. It's really not close at all. It's too easy. We're getting 100 on every pay-per-view. And honestly, I'm not even really giving it my best booking stuff. Because there's 3 brands. 3 brands is too many brands. How am I supposed to come up with all these ideas when there's 3 goddamn brands? And then I gotta book TNA on Thursday. 4 brands. I'm only a man. I gotta come up with ideas for Jeff Jarrett and El Dandy. I can't do that. So what are our solutions? I'm going to present you, the chat, and the YouTube viewers with 5 possible solutions I have come up with, but I am open to more. These are just 5 solutions I've come up with during the week. No, one is not better than the other. I have not selected one. These are just 5 things I've thought about doing. First solution is let's fix the WWF. Let's have WWF by New Japan and AAA. Let's change their product. And let's add Raw. Let's make it feel more like 1996 WWF. The reasons to do this is it would give us a real competitor. It would shake up the industry. It would make it feel less like 1992. WWF has been stuck in a 1992 time loop since the series started. It's very strange. If we were to take over WWF briefly, we could fix that. Maybe we could add some storylines for them to book. We could do a lot of things. Reasons not to do this. We're going to create a wrestling duopoly that no one else can compete with. Basically, it'll be a lot like wrestling in 2026, where there are 2 major companies that dominate everything. Which, hey, maybe some people will think that's fun. I think it kind of sucks. 2, the series will never end, because we're never going to kill WWF if we make it stronger. And the third reason we shouldn't do it is fuck them. We hate WWF. Why are we helping make them better? That the whole point of the series is to buy them out eventually. I don't want to help the WWF. Solution number 2, a walkout. We could come up with some lore to explain why a bunch of wrestlers leave. Perhaps a bunch of the All Japan guys follow Baba to a new company. Maybe Turner is doing poorly as a whole and forces us to do a budget cut. Reasons to do this: smaller roster, 1 less brand, 1 less show to book. We can downsize. Letting a bunch of guys go into the wild could be good for the industry. Spread the roster out. Spread some talent out to the other companies. 3, making up lore is fun. Everyone loves to make up lore. Everyone loves to come up with angles for why things are happening. Reasons not to do this. We still won't really have any competition. Even letting a bunch of guys go, you know, even if we sent them all to WWF, WWF is going to book them like shit. We're still going to be pumping out hundreds. Because booking is still going to be easy. Even if we got rid of 10 of our main eventers, we have so much talent, it'll be fine. And reason 3 not to do this, I will miss some of the guys if they leave, okay? If we send all those All Japan guys away, I'm going to miss Kobashi and Masawa. It'll suck. Solution number 3, draft. Good old-fashioned draft. Complete redraft for all 3 brands. Maybe done at random. I think what I would probably do is go by, like, major stars, and then I would, like, randomly select for each brand, so it was spread out. We didn't get, like, one brand with all jabronis on it or something. Reasons to do this. Freshens up all the brands. No one leaves. Everyone loves a draft, okay? Drafts always do well on YouTube. Everyone loves to do a draft. It'll be fun. Maybe it will, you know, some of the brands feel a little stale. Maybe if we got, like, all new people, it would feel a little different. Reasons not to do this. Still no competition. There would still be 3 brands, unless we come up with some reason why one of them isn't in the draft or something. And some wrestlers could end up on a brand that's bad for them if it was truly random. The example I have is someone who only speaks Japanese going to Super Beerness. But I think probably an even worse one would be, like, some of the luchadors ending up on Saturday Night. That could be bad for them. Solution 4. Just book a different company. Either Jesse Ventura leaves WCW or we start playing as someone else and book a different company. Reasons to do this. We become the competition. Who's better competition for me than me? Fucking gigabrain shit. The difficulty is back. If we start booking as, like, I mean, even WWF would probably be a little difficult at first, but, like, I mean, if we took over, like, UWF or something, we would be, it would be hard. Could breathe new life into the series. Could help liven things up a little bit. Reasons not to do this. We're not WCW anymore. This is kind of going to be a new series at that point. I think some viewers would hate this. Because we're like I said, we're basically completely switching what the series is. So I think if you love WCW, you're going to hate that we're not booking WCW. Also, I want new viewers to watch if we do something like this, where we, like, switch brands, but that's going to be really confusing to come into. If it's like, hello, welcome to my WWF 1996 save, but it's not like WWF 1996, it's like 1992 WWF that's been running for 4 years, or like ECW would be the same thing. Welcome to ECW 1996, but we're still booking fucking Salvatore Balomo because they haven't changed in 4 years. And Solution 5 is end the series. Not going to be popular. Okay, but we would finish out 1995. We would look at the year-end awards. And then we'd wrap it up. Reasons to do this. Series has become easy. What else is there to do? We've kind of, you know, we're almost maxed out in popularity in North America. I know there's maxing out popularity across the entire world or whatever, but I don't know. I feel like we've kind of hit the top already. And YouTube views, not doing great. Last couple WCWs, it got like 400 views. Although that's just going to happen anytime you have a series that has 116 fucking episodes. Just over time, the views go down. Reasons not to do this. No more WCW. It's the end of the series. Also, if we did go with 1 through 4, maybe the series wouldn't feel stale. Maybe that would freshen things up. And I would say the biggest reason not to do this is I don't have an idea for a new series. I looked at some of the other mods that are out now, and nothing really jumped out at me. I thought, like, oh, maybe I'll do something modern, because the 2 ones I'm doing now are old. But there's nothing modern I want to book, really. Outside of maybe, like, Joshi, but I don't think that would do well. I don't think anyone would watch it. So I don't have, like, a good plan for booking a new thing. New save, but local to global. Start with 0. Like, yeah, we could do that. But... do 1 plus 2. So, fix WWF and do a walkout. I mean, we could do 1 versus 2. This is chat time, okay? I've presented my ideas. Now it is time for chat. You guys can respond. Damn, you had most of the same ideas. Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about it. I mean, some of these were things people said to me, and I was like, yeah, I'll think about it. The walkout was actually Nick's idea. Because I was like, we need to come up with some of the ideas for WCW to make it, like, so I'm not getting 100 on every show. And he was like, oh, you would have to, like, do a walkout. And I was like, oh, a walkout. Oh, yeah, this is a pretty good idea. The modern day NWA and making it not... You know, I tried to do an NWA save in private, just like, you know, me playing offline. But I was trying to do it, like, realistic. Like, oh, I'm not just going to sign people... You know, I'm not just going to start booking people that are in AEW or New Japan guys or whatever. Like, people that they would maybe theoretically book. And it was hard and bad. It was basically like current NWA, but also what if they booked Jordan Oliver? It wasn't great. I think one, but you are the WWF. I like the continuity idea of taking over a new company with the universe. It's interesting to my brain. Do a 1+2, but New Japan and AAA merge. We probably also do need to do something about AAA and New Japan. Because I think they're both dying. Let me double check that here real quick. Yeah, they have negative $5 million. Now, granted, money's fake, so we could just give them each $10 million. Like, it doesn't super matter. But yeah, maybe 1+2 is the answer. Because then that would give WWF some juice. And, you know, we would basically be handing them a bunch of talent that they probably need. I do also kind of like the idea of taking over another company. I just don't really know what one it would be. Like, there's ECW, but, like, we've talked about this before. This is not ECW. This is not the ECW you want. This is fucking Eastern Championship Wrestling. Also, I mean, we could fix ECW, I guess. Yeah, we could fix them both. I was thinking of having Turner create a sister company to permanently be in Japan. They create most of the guys should take over, but not absorb AAA. And Eric Bischoff would take over fixing. Eric Bischoff taking over ECW is a very funny alternate timeline we've created. I actually kind of love that. Jesse Ventura could have a scandal. That could happen. Nitro goes from half Fiora to half Lucha. I mean, here's the thing. If I was gonna lose one of those brands, I'd rather lose the Lucha brand. Lucha's not really my thing. I just kind of stumbled into it, and then everyone in the chat was like, oh yeah, book Lucha. I don't know how to fucking book Lucha. I think that's obvious from the shows I book. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't really have just more stuff makes sense for the All Japan guys, because we fired Baba, right? And I think it would make sense that Baba would maybe then be like, well, fuck them, and then poach a bunch of our guys. Like, that makes sense in my brain. Actually, you know what? They were just telling us that a bajillion contracts were running out. How do I see all the people who are about to run out on their contracts? Can I do that from here? Search. No, I don't think I can do that from here. I think that's in the office somewhere. See, office, contracts. There we go. Alright, so in 35 days. Wow, a lot of contracts are up in 35 days. Alright. Avalanche, Pillman, Nakano, Candy Divine, Cutie Suzuki, Cynthia Moreno, Dan Severin, Danson Kikuchi, Dave Finley, Debbie Malenko, El Brazo, El Dandy, Junichiro Tenru, Harley Race, John Paul Levesque, La Fugitiva, Lady Apache, Malia. Alright, we should let a bunch of these guys go. This should be the walkout. This will make it so much easier to just let a lot of these people walk. So let's come up with a kayfabe reason for why a bunch of these people walk. That'll be a homework assignment. Also, you know, if you're on YouTube, it'll give the YouTube audience a chance to interact as well. Let's come up with a reason why, like, a majority of these people do not resign with us. I mean, Steiner, we have to resign. I think, like, I've put too much into Ultimo to let him walk. But a lot of these other people, I think we can let them go. Oh, drug test. We could do the drug test for real. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Oh, do the actual drug test and deal with the fallout is actually not the worst idea. Because when we did the drug test fake out, it was like half the roster. In fact, I can load that up and we could check how many people it was. It was this many people. It was this many. Not all the top stars, but a good amount of them. Scott Steiner being there worries me because we'd have to fire him. Let me switch back to the real one. Alright, well, unless someone does something to, like, drastically change my mind, I think we are going to go with the combination of 1 and 2. So, next stream will probably be just a big... Like, I don't know if we're going to book anything next stream. Next stream might just be, like, all set up stuff. Because we're either going to let a bunch of those contracts lapse, or we're going to do the drug test. And we're going to gut the roster. And then we're going to fix WWF, and we're going to fix ECW. So that'll probably take most of this show. We'll probably have to book a Nitro. And that'll probably be fun, because it'll probably be after... Well, no... I don't think we can do the drug test before Nitro. So Nitro could be like our goodbye to our roster. Because then after that, the drug test is going to go through and we'll have to fire a bunch of people. Could you check the WWF pop? I mean, I'm sure they can hire anybody, but yeah, we should check, I guess. $77. Wow, 77. 72 in Mexico. They're very popular in Britain. But yeah, 77 should be fine. I mean, they have Hogan, and Hogan should be as popular as anybody. Yeah, I mean, if they can sign Hogan, I don't see why they couldn't sign anyone else. How do you feel about Austin signing to WAF? Not great, but, like, if that's what we need to do to, you know... If that's what it takes, then I guess we'll have to do it. I mean, if we really wanted to, like, you know, if I really wanted to, like, a hole to dig out of, like, we could fire everybody, champions included. Like, if Scott fails that steroid test, which he's going to, we could fire him and immediately fuck ourselves over. I mean, that's really kind of what I'm looking for. Maybe not to that extreme, but, like, you know, it's been too easy. It's been too comfortable. We come on the stream, I kind of slap some stuff together, it gets 100. Like, I'm trying to, you know, spice things up a little bit here. What if WCW gets one, gets the other, New Japan and AAA, I mean? I don't think ECW has that kind of money. $3 million. No, probably not, because they'd have to pay off the debt and then buy. Yeah, I don't know. I should double check. WWF does. They do, right? They have money, right? Yeah, they have. Yeah, no, the WWF can buy them for sure. Yeah, no, when we take over WWF, we'll fix it. Especially after I fire people, I'll make sure to fix the roster. And get rid of, you know, like Jim Doug, like Andre the Giant. Probably, like, maybe we ask him to be a road agent or something. Like, you don't need, you know, don't wrestle anymore, man. You know, Beverly Brothers still being there in 1996 feels crazy. Jake Roberts would have been back by 1996. Jake Roberts would have left, had, you know, went to WCW, had his issues, and then come back to WF by 1996. How do you feel about merging CMLL and Ultraman for Nitro? I mean, I feel better than booking 3 brands. Call it Super Nitro or something. Yeah, that'd be fine. I do have a feeling that if we do the drug test thing, that we're mostly going to be losing guys from, like, the WCW roster, but we'll see. All right, well, I think that's going to do it. I think we're going to call it there. Super Saturday? I think we're going to call it there. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to leave a comment. Say, hey, Swarly, you should do this thing. Or, oh, no, don't do that. Or, what, you know, you got your 1 through 5 options if you want to refer to those. Or if you've got, like, another option, let me hear it. Nothing is set in stone yet. But I will say I'm heavily leaning to fixing WWF and ECW and then doing a giant walkout via drug test, because that'll really fuck us. Instead of just, like, letting people's contract expire. That's the plan. I would have turned to kill drugs. That's funny. All right, well, that's gonna do it. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling about it. Let me know what you want to see from the series. Let me know if you would be interested in seeing me book a company that's not WCW. Also, that's one that I kind of didn't take super seriously, but I wouldn't be against it. But I'll be back next week to fuck this save up. That's really what we're gonna do next week. We're gonna fuck this save up. So tune in next week for that. And then, of course, Thursday, WWE versus TNA with me and Nick. I'm booking Lockdown, so tune in for that. We got Lethal Lockdown. We got Raven and AJ in the cage, and then a bunch of non-cage matches. What a wild idea. But yeah, that'll do it for me. I'll see you guys then. Make sure to like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.